Yes, my friends, I don't know about you, but I already miss seeing our Detroit Lions on the field. Time is flying by so fast, and I'm sure Coach Dan Campbell is doing his best to lead us to the Super Bowl. And speaking of which, I need to address an important topic with you. But before I go any further, make sure you've hit the like button if you've been a Detroit Lions fan for over 25 years. There are some people here who have been Lions fans for over 45 years. It's great to see fans of all ages. Okay, let's talk about a rising star in the Lions secondary, Kerby Joseph. He's been making waves around the league and garnering a lot of attention as a surprise Pro Bowl pick. I know Under the Radar and Kerby Joseph have been mentioned together a lot lately, but let's be real, it's only a matter of time before he loses that label forever. NFL.com's Kevin Patra recently singled out Joseph, placing him among a select group of Pro Bowl surprises, and he made a compelling case for why Joseph deserves this recognition. Patra said it best, you could put a lot of Lions secondary players on this list, but Joseph's consistent play, coupled with some incredible Johnny-on-the-spot ability, takes the cake. We've all seen it. From game-changing interceptions to perfectly timed stops, Joseph has been decisive in the moments that matter. But here's the thing, this guy isn't just making big plays, he's making history. His 6 interceptions are tied for the NFL lead, and he's making quarterbacks sweat, allowing a 20.2 passer rating when targeted. That's the lowest rating among all defenders. And with just a 45% completion rate allowed, his coverage skills are elite. Pro Bowl voting opens later this month, and I'm betting we'll see a big push for Joseph from fans and analysts alike. It's not just Patra who sees Joseph's value. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler recently named him a breakout prospect for the second half of the season. But let's be honest, Lions fans, Kerby Joseph is already coming into his own and making life miserable for opposing offenses. Moving on, let's shift gears to another highlight of the Lions' week, a classy move that shows why Dan Campbell is the man. Last week, Detroit traded defensive end Za'Darius Smith, a move that was meant to bolster their defensive line after a rash of injuries. Naturally, there was a lot of anticipation for his first game against the Houston Texans. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of rushing him onto the field, the Lions did something special. Smith was supposed to have a week off before the trade, and the Lions honored that by giving him 2 days off to take care of his family and home in Florida after the recent hurricane damage. This move caught the attention of former Lions DT Damon "Snacks" Harrison, who had a similar experience in 2018. Unfortunately, for Harrison, things turned out differently. After being traded to Detroit without a week off, he ended up playing a grueling 17-game season. While Harrison contributed to the Lions, he later admitted that his time in Detroit was marked by frustration and a desire to leave due to management decisions. So when Harrison saw how Campbell and the current Lions staff handled the Smith situation, he was quick to praise them. "I would run through an army tank for a guy if he would have done that for me," Harrison tweeted, adding that he finally understands why the players, staff, and city rally around Campbell. It's not just about rest days or snaps, it's about respect, care, and leadership, values that resonate deeply in the locker room and with the fans. All right, Lions fans, it's your turn. What do you think of the Kerby Joseph Pro Bowl buzz? Do you see him doing that? And Dan Campbell's gesture towards Za'Darius Smith, does that show why he's such a perfect fit for Detroit? We have some big news about one of our own, linebacker Derrick Barnes. The talented defender recently returned to Allen Park for the first team since suffering a serious leg injury in Week 3. If you recall, Barnes tore his MCL and PCL in a game against the Arizona Cardinals, a blow that will likely keep him out for the rest of the 2024 season. But don't count him out just yet. His journey back is one of determination and hope. Barnes spoke to the media this week, and I have to say, his words struck a chord. He talked about how great it was to be back with his teammates and coaching staff. "I got to see everybody. I got to see the coaches bringing me joy," he said, clearly happy to be home. "Being away is not for me. I can't do it." You could feel his passion for the game shining through. He even joked with fellow linebacker Alex Anzalone about how much he misses football now that he's been forced to take a break. That's what dedication looks like, Lions fans. Barnes is officially in Phase 2 of his rehabilitation journey, right here in Detroit. And it's not just showing up, he's putting in the work. He's joined by Brett Fisher, the Lions' director of player health and performance, and even fellow injured defensive back Aiden Hutchinson is by his side. Barnes shared that he's already seeing progress, even surprising himself. "I didn't know I could ride a bike today," he revealed, noting that even water walking felt like a victory. There's no firm timetable for his return, but one thing is clear: he's motivated by the team's success and wants nothing more than to be back. Barnes' injury occurred on a cut block by Arizona Cardinals tight end Tip Ryman, a move that Barnes believes shouldn't even be part of the game anymore. "I think it should be banned," Barnes said, expressing frustration that offensive players often get a free pass when it comes to certain hits. He's not one to complain, this is football, after all, but he doesn't think those types of plays belong in today's league. "I would never wish that on anyone," he added, showing the kind of class and professionalism we've come to expect from him. For context, current NFL rules prohibit blocking below the waist in specific situations, like 2 yards outside the tackle box or 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, the block that injured Barnes was technically legal. But Barnes isn't dwelling on that. He's focused on moving forward and getting stronger every day. Switching gears, let's talk about our fearless leader, head coach Dan Campbell, and what he wants from this team as we head into the second half of the season. At 8-1, the Lions are in control of their destiny, but Campbell knows there's always room for improvement. When I asked him where he wants to see growth, his answer was clear: offensive efficiency. "I want to feel like we can get our efficiency back offensively," Campbell said. "It's not just about scoring points on every play. It's about building momentum and keeping defenses on their toes. Convert first down, first down, first down," he emphasized. That kind of rhythm is what makes our offense truly dangerous. Despite ranking second in points scored and seventh in total offense, there have been times when we've stalled. Campbell noted that Detroit is tied for the fewest 10-play drives in the league, with just 12. We've also seen 19 three-and-out drives, something we need to reduce if we want to continue making noise in the NFC. Quarterback Jared Goff echoed Campbell's assessment. "The Tennessee game was a little bit of an outlier," Goff said, adding that the inclement weather conditions in Green Bay limited their explosiveness, and last week was another reminder of where they can improve. But both Goff and Campbell are confident that we'll find that offensive flow again, starting this week. So, Lions fans, what do you think? Can Barnes make a full return? Should the league ban put an end to blocking for good? And do you agree with Coach Campbell about focusing on offensive efficiency in the second half of the season? Sound off in the comments below with your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications to stay up to date with the latest Lions news. Thanks for watching. Let's go Lions!